Next morning, as they sat in the breakfast table, he picked up the cereal in his bowl as the fawn tugged his lip downward. Last night he had slept before even Jungkook could enter the room. They didn't know how to face him. Firstly, he couldn't tell him anything like Jungkook had said. Secondly, he wanted to, and when he couldn't, they was drawing Jungkook away from him. They didn't know what to do. They heard the footsteps were approaching the table. As soon after that, Jungkook said, were in his nostril as he sat in the chair opposite him, yet still sleeping. When they woke up, "Good morning," he greeted as Minjin served him two pancakes with a syrup on it, two side strawberries, and some bananas. They smiled at his choice of breakfast. He said he had diabetes and looked at him now. "Good morning. Is it sugar-free?" They pointed at the plate and Jungkook looked at the plate and then went back to tea and smiled softly. "Yes, the syrup is sugar-free, but not the fruits." They smiled back. Actually, I put a spoon full of cereal in his mouth. "What if your sugar skyrocketed?" This made Jungkook place another slice of banana in his mouth and smiled. "I have insulin for the purpose." Another slice, another, and then another. They narrowed his eyes at him and dragged his plate away. They picked up the strawberry and popped in his mouth. "Don't worry, Jungkook, I'm not going to stop you. Eat slowly." He grinned. "But you just did. What kind of wife does that to his husband? You didn't even let me finish my breakfast." He grumbled, wiping his mouth with the table napkin. "I don't like bossy wives." "Too bad. You already like me." They poked his tongue out and he shook his head at their childish behavior and continued eating. "That's what I do," he nodded. "Are you going to college today?" he asked, lifting his eyes toward him. "Yes, I am." They nodded, taking it close. He used the screen of his mobile phone and applied it on his lip. "You sure you are going to college? Or there is a fashion show?" He teased mindlessly, making his spoon in his bowl. "Cook, you're such a mother." They captured the thing and placed it in the bag. Jungkook smiled and shook his head. "What's the use of applying this when I'm just going to remove it?" He smirked at him. They gave him a weird look, and then he gasped at the meaning and they blushed bright red and smiled shyly. "Shut up." He chuckled at tea and ate his breakfast. "You will be back by 2, right?" he asked, and they nodded, and he continued. "There is a charity audience that I have to attend tonight. You have to come with me." He informed him and they formed and looked at his wedding brand. They had been meeting Jungkook tonight and it was very important. Sure, that charity event didn't demand his presence that much. "Right. Do I have to go?" they asked, and Jungkook's posture was stiff and his jaw was clenched and he glared at his spoon in his hand. "No, only if you want to," he greeted her. They swallowed and then blew out the breath. They just merely got back on good terms with them. Kind of. And he wanted to remain that way. Maybe he could talk to Jungkook another time. "Okay," they murmured, but Jungkook still clenching his spoon in his hand, like he wanted to crush the device in his hand. "I'm exhausted for all this day." He slightly placed his mobile on the table with a thud. "We need to have a talk." He looked at Tae coldly. They formed. What was he doing? What he had done? Just because Jungkook was back doesn't mean they feel for too. He liked Jungkook. That's why they're doing all this. He had no idea what was going on. Still, he had the polite, unlike they. But they had seen him with the Sophia. He was so precious to him. Then why? Why was he ruining his relationship with him? It was fine. They couldn't tell him anything to him, but at least he could explain it. They stood up for the chair and gathered his back with walking around the table, stood in front of him. They bent down at his level, cupped his cheeks in his hand. They smiled a little before speaking. "I know things are difficult between us and there is some misunderstanding, Cook. We will figure that out, all right? Just give me some time and I promise everything will be all right." They nodded. I don't understand. What's your need for time? He found, staring deeply into the eyes. I will tell you everything. Just trust me. This time. Okay. He nodded, and the smile baked his lips slightly. I told you there is no need to put on lipstick. He grinned cheekily at Tay. They bit his lips and nodded. You're right. They kissed him properly this time, before pulling back. Bye. The worry was still there in his back of their mind, continuously making his head pound no matter how worried they was about his father. He must try to work things out for Jungkook. They needed to talk Jungkook, and then his father to shout out things. He needed to tell Jungkook that his life was in danger. He needed God more than him, but he pushed all those thoughts to back of his mind. Later, signing Jungkook walked out of in the closet and gave the overlook, he himself wearing a slim-fit suit, slim tie hanging on his neck. They gave him a smile. I know it's getting old, but you're looking beautiful. He gave their charming smile. Yeah, right. Old. I wouldn't be blushing if I got to use this compliment. It's never old. Coming for your mouth. You look handsome. He grabbed the tie, fixed it around his collar. You flatter me, my boy. He bowed. Tie nothing, sir. All I see it's true, he said, making him laugh. Let's go. They talk with the women all the whole. He wanted to be anywhere but here because all the women talk about dresses, shoes, brands, makeup, and some more dresses. They like to talk about dresses and stuff, but not so much. He wanted to pull his hair out. Where was Jungkook? Anyway, he said he would be back in 5 minutes, and it's been half an hour. He must be thinking that they was having the time in his life, and all they wanted to go home. Insu, the wife of producer who was only one, who remained quiet and didn't blather about the brains, come stood by Tay, offering a glass of drink. They smiled at him and took the slim glass for her, slipping slowly. Thanks, she nodded. The drink was actually a little sour, but good. No problem. You will need this after talking to this woman for tonight. She giggled, thinking, and drinking is on. He gasped and looked at his empty glass. Oh no, it couldn't be what he was thinking, right? Damn. What kind of drink is it? They asked, panic. Oh God, please don't let it be what I am thinking. Red wine. Don't tell me you never tasted it before, she said, and anxious in her voice. Yeah, sure. I just never. Father looked at the name. What have I done? It's freaking alcohol, and I was gulped it down like a glass of juice. Would I get? My God. What if I made a fool out of myself? Do you need another glass? She said sweetly. No, they shouted to quickly make Insu formed. His head was start buzzing, and he saw Insu in front of him. Am I lightweight? They thought to himself. Don't move there, otherwise you fall down. He gave himself the talk and just stood there, worried about the 15 minutes. His head was spinning, and more the time passed on. They start feeling like if everything was around his spinning. Or was it him who was spinning? It felt like he was sitting on a marriage a go-around. His heart was start pounding, just thinking about the drink. I'm just so happy to be here. They giggle. No, don't giggle. There is a voice at the corner of his mind. Where is him? He asked Insu, who looked at him horrified. I mean, where is he? He grinned. I'm kidding. I know. Where is he? He giggled at his own stupidity. You know, you are quite good. Unlike this, here, they heard 3 gaps around him, but paid no intention mind to them. I mean, look at them. They have cracked their faces with makeup. No one can look so pretty as me. They giggled. Insu laughed nervously, but he looked like he was going to cry.